I just got out of watching the new Batman movie, and all I can say about it right now is, yeah. I got out of Cinemark. But yeah, it's a long movie, I can say that, but other than that, I can't say anything. I will talk more about it when I get home. But yeah, I'm going again. I am going again. So, 2 days after the Batman screening on March 1st, which I got to go to, I got a comic book with it, which was the Long Halloween comic with the cover of The Batman by Matt Reeves, the design, which is really cool. I will say this. If you're expecting The Dark Knight or any Ben Affleck type deal, this movie may not be for you, because as we have gotten to know and learn about this movie over months of seeing the first trailer in DC fandom, this movie is definitely heavily inspired by Seven, which you haven't seen it, I suggest you do if you like these type of movies. And it's a long movie. It's long, I'm not gonna lie. It is long, and you might not like the pacing, which is my only problem with the movie, is the pacing of the movie. It was a little slow at parts, but again, it's a Batman movie, and I had no problem with it. And I will say this. To say that this is a noir detective Batman movie is an understatement, because this movie does it best. Out of every other Batman iteration that we've gotten, I will say this movie does it best. And Matt Reeves really delivered on the detective noir, the world's greatest detective, which is Batman. And this movie does that perfectly. Now, I will talk about Robert Pattinson. 95% of this movie is just Batman. Okay, so that's good news. We need more Batman. Whereas other adaptations like Christopher Nolan's trilogy with Christian Bale, we got a lot of Bruce Wayne. It feels like we got a lot more Christian Bale's Bruce Waynes in those movies than we did Batman. But this is the exact opposite. We get more Batman in this movie than we do Bruce Wayne. So if you're expecting to see Robert Pattinson in this movie more than you do Batman, you thought wrong, because this is 95% of Batman. And I will say the opening of this film is the best opening of any comic book movie I have ever seen. And there's a lot of good comic book movies out there. I watched No Way Home a few months ago. That was fantastic. But this has the best opening of any Batman movie, I should say, too. So yeah. If you are into Seven, into longer, slower pace that dives deeper into the characters, then this film is absolutely for you. And John Campea has stated, this isn't the perfect movie, this isn't the perfect comic book movie, but this is the perfect Batman movie, and I agree with him. This is the perfect Batman movie. Now, I will talk about Zoe Kravitz. I got my Zoe Kravitz sweatshirt, Catwoman sweatshirt, so I will say, Zoe Kravitz, she looks good in anything she does, obviously, but she looks really good as Catwoman, Selena Kyle, and she does a phenomenal job, and it really reminded me of the comics and some of the animation Catwoman, so she did fantastic, and I thought that her score, out of all the scores in the movie, was my personal favorite. I really liked her Catwoman score, all that piano and stuff. It's just fantastic. Zoe Kravitz did awesome, and I hope to see more. And I hope, there was rumor that we were getting a spin-off show with her, so I will definitely keep an eye on that, because I am begging HBO and Matt Reeves to do a Catwoman spin-off with Zoe Kravitz, because she did fantastic. And I will say this, and I will go this far, because Michelle Pfeiffer is an icon, and she was an iconic Catwoman. I think Zoe Kravitz is better. I really do. I think her Catwoman is better. And I know that's a stretch. Some of you might disagree, and that's fine. This film is subjective. All film is. All taste is. But I think Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman is the best Catwoman that we've gotten on any live-action movie, in my opinion. So, take that with a grain of salt, because that might not be your case. And now, Jeffrey Wright as Gordon is fantastic. Yeah. Jeffrey Wright is fantastic in everything that he does. He was in the James Bond films. He was in Westworld. And he's a fantastic actor. And you really see the dynamic between him and Batman. Even though this is his second year as Batman, you really see the dynamic between the two. And I felt this film really delved deep and really got those two right, the relationship-wise. And it was just great. Jeffrey Wright, and John Turturro as Carmine Falcone. I mean, what more could you ask for? And his son worked for DC Comics, so he has a little insight on DC. But John Turturro as Carmine Falcone, come on, that was brilliant casting. As for Colin Farrell, I can't forget him. His Penguin was just like the best, and I don't think there's really any competition, honestly. I really liked the Michael Keaton movie with Danny DeVito as Penguin, but again, I didn't like that design too much. Now looking back on it, it's like a literal penguin, and I don't really like that. So I thought there was no competition here, and I knew Colin Farrell would act the hell out of this movie, and he did as Penguin. And the best looking Penguin, the most comic accurate looking Penguin, and I am looking forward to his show, which it's been confirmed that he's working on. So I would give this Batman movie a 9.5 out of 10. And the only issue I have with it is the pacing. Again, it's a 3-hour long movie, and it does get slow at times, but that's my only issue. But again, it's a Batman movie, and I never got bored with it. It's just, I felt like it dragged a little bit, just a little bit. That's not saying much. So this movie's good. Go watch The Batman. It's the best Batman movie, in my opinion. You'll see a lot of noir. You'll see a lot of Seven type deals. And also, I forgot to mention Paul Dano as the Riddler. You're going to like it. Paul Dano does absolutely amazing in a lot of his films, too. Like There Will Be Blood with Daniel Day-Lewis. And Paul Dano, again, I wasn't surprised he was going to do a good job here, but you're going to really like his little Riddler, Zodiac-based. And, yeah, I give this film a 9.5 out of 10. And I'm going to go see it again tomorrow, which is the official release date, which I already saw it. But I'm going to see it a few more times because it's that good. So go watch The Batman. Good job, Matt Reeves. Good job, Robert Pattinson. Good job, Zoe Kravitz. Good job, Jeffrey Wright. Good job, everybody. And go watch it. I suggest you do. Thank you. Nace Thoughts out.